And we are live. Welcome everybody to Out of the Draft podcast. This is season 4, episode 5. I actually looked it up this time before we started. I'm Dylan.
I'm Dylan Allen, aka DA the Steppa.
I'm Damon, aka Steelers_boy30.
I'm Hunter, aka Shake and Bako 301. The Steppa got
I'm
me,
Cody,
man.
aka Cody the Bear.
I'm Dylan, aka Dumb Dick.
Oh, hey, there he is. Welcome in, Dumb Dick. All right, so we're going to start this podcast off pretty strong. I believe DJ, aka Tree Boy, will be in here soon. We'll see when he comes in, but welcome in. How was everybody's week? Did y'all end up watching the races?
Got to watch the Cup race. That one was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Good finish to O'Reilly, it looked like.
Yeah.
Race happened, you know.
For sure.
KFB.
I was able to watch Trucking Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had a crazy weekend. I was able to watch basically when they started the countdown on the stream for the truck races, or the truck race, and then I'd say probably most of the stage 3 for the Cup race, but then I got to see the highlights, so I feel like I know pretty much what happened there.
For sure. DA?
We don't talk about the Cup race, but the truck was pretty nice. I will say that.
I bet.
The food was really
Park
good.
there.
All it took was the paper ball, and Kyle Busch found victory lane, just the wrong series.
Yeah. Hey, progress.
Hey,
All right, we got
hey, now you just got to make 3 shots and then win the Cup race. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
we're 1 for 2 on the season so far, so I mean 50%. All right, so we're gonna hopefully keep making more as we go.
For sure.
Well, I will say, you made that paper ball shot, and you said watch him win the Cup race, and then I said he's gonna go head on into the wall. He went head on into the wall.
Probably missed
Well,
the shot
sorry.
next time.
I mean,
Sorry, DA.
bad energy, man. I'll tell you what.
Then boy, how was your week?
Well, it was fun. We don't talk about Connor Zillage being a bum, but that's okay.
Connor Zillage? Who? What happened? What are you talking about?
Brother can't learn how to check up.
We'll get into that soon. Where is he at? Why did DJ? I added him into the call, but he's not. Oh, there he is. Okay, there we go.
Harry.
Carrie. Hey, Carrie.
Harry,
What's up,
Harry.
Harry?
What's up,
What's up,
Dave?
Carrie?
DJ, how was your week?
AKA Tree Boy.
It was good until the race started.
Yeah, I bet. Well, since everyone's talking about the race, I guess we'll get into the truck race. It started off pretty tame. I didn't watch the first stage. I was still at work, but when I got to watch it, it was in stage 2. I don't know much. I did know when did they call that they were going to shorten the race? When was that announced?
That was during
Before the race started.
Yeah, before the race.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Because I didn't know that. I knew that they said it before I got to watch it, but I just didn't know when they actually said that. I know, Rhodes was really fast in the beginning. He had a flat tire, is that right? Or something like that?
I think he ran out of gas.
Oh, yeah, he ran out of gas. What a stupid call there.
Did he speed also on pit road or something like that?
No, that was the guy who had a flat tire. Whoever that was.
Oh, look.
I can't remember, but that person sped on pit road after they got the flat tire, and then
Double whammy.
Yeah, it was awful for them. Was that the 9 of?
Enfinger?
Let's see.
Yeah, I know you're looking it up. I'm just curious.
Trucks. Echo Park. What was that? Early stage 1?
Yeah, stage 1 or stage 2. But anyways,
I'll find it. Y'all keep talking.
all in all, I thought it was an exciting race. I know KFB, Ben Rhodes, Corey Heim, and Carson Hocevar was pretty much the people that was contending all race. They were the ones who had the lead the most. Stuart Friesen was up there as well, but not much. I mean, once you got the lead, it was pretty easy to to be able to stay up there as long as you had a teammate. There wasn't a lot of action. It wasn't like it wasn't not a good race. It just wasn't a lot of action up front because they weren't good at this style of racing and they don't know how to make runs happen except those 4 that I named. So other than that, there wasn't many like things to talk about other than the shortened race. I know that was a big question for a lot of fans were unhappy on Twitter. I personally thought it was okay. Because they told the teams early enough to make your decision. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
from like if they, you know how they did the New Hampshire race where like they called it like, oh, it's 10 to go, you know, that to me was not okay. But like, I feel like they did fine with that call.
It was
But-
Josh Rayham too, by the way. Too fast on paper.
Okay, that's not who I was thinking of.
Well, even like the first Chicago race, the SVG one, wasn't that like a late call that they were like, all right, well, actually the race is
Yeah.
ending in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
And I think that's pretty much like the only reason Chase Elliott and Justin Haley even had good finishes is because
Yeah.
they just stayed out instead and were able to make it at that point.
yeah, that's you're completely right. I don't like when they make a call like that. I think I am confused about the call because it's not like it's not your racing series racing next. Like if that makes sense. I know why they had to shorten it early because they didn't want to slow down the progress for the O'Reilly series. But like, it wasn't like why did they shorten that? It's not
Well,
like
I'm
Go
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I was gonna say, didn't the pre-race for the O'Reilly series not even start until 5 o'clock?
yeah, like that's
So, yeah, I was confused too.
It's called TV makes money. That's what it's called.
and I agree. I know that's like literally why they made that decision, but like it's not. I guess you couldn't get the cars out on the track because of safety reasons, but you could. It's not like you couldn't line them out right behind the wall though. Like I don't know. I just feel like they could have raced it out, but I think it was okay because they gave the teams enough time. What do y'all think?
I mean, I guess with them telling them beforehand, I mean, I was kind of in the same boat as you. I didn't know when it was told. I just came back and all of a sudden they were like, yeah, and the race is over in 22 minutes. I'm like, wait, what? Like, this isn't the 24 hours. But, I mean, I guess if they knew in enough time, I'm not opposed to it. I also kind of question the whole, I mean, NASCAR's other series, like you said, is racing after, so I don't
Yep.
necessarily understand it. But I don't feel like it really changed anything.
Yep.
I mean, I think the finish would have been about the same no matter what. It kind of was in a way, like if you think about it, like, yeah, it was a timer, but it was almost like they knew they had like this many laps to go because, I mean, the engineers and the crew chiefs were able to map that out. If you're running a certain lap time, you're going to have this many laps to go with 10 minutes to go. So, I mean, everybody kind of knew what they had.
Yeah, and plus I feel like the last caution that they had before that was super long on purpose. Like I don't know if NASCAR like wanted to do that, but it was. I felt like that last caution really was not. It didn't need to be that long, but I don't know. Like maybe there was a bunch of debris or whatever it was, but I NASCAR wanted a short run to the finish. They wanted the gimmick out of it, which is fine. I mean, I just don't know why, but I'm okay with it personally. Anybody else?
I actually enjoyed it myself. I thought it was pretty. Sorry, I thought it was pretty cool that like we'd have to watch the time back and forth. Like it's 4:10. We got 10 minutes left, and then the time's getting smaller and smaller as laps go on. I thought that was pretty cool to watch, like back and forth. I think that was probably one of the best parts. I also still don't understand why, especially when the coverage didn't start till 5 for O'Reilly still. But I mean, either way, I think it made it more entertaining to having that. They don't have the playoffs anymore, so they needed something, I guess.
Good point. DJ, DA, anybody?
Well, I don't really have anything like about the decision, but I think it's funny. We need to point out like that double burnout with Harley Savard, Kyle Busch at the end. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I got a question for you, DA. I mean,
Yes.
as a Kyle Busch fan
Hmm.
and Hocevar being a good teammate in that situation too, KB, does that kind of like, change your viewpoint on Hocevar? I know they've had a few run-ins and KB's been pretty mad over the radio, but like as a fan, are you kind of looking at Hocevar like, maybe he's not that bad?
Oh, I mean, I'd say, of course. I mean, I never really hated Hocevar. I always thought he was a funny, really funny dude, and he's really aggressive. He does do some dumbass things, but I mean, he's aggressive, and I feel like it's better for the sport of NASCAR just for having a driver like that that's really entertaining and puts caution to the wind like that. No pun intended. But I mean, yeah, I say I have a way better outlook on Hocevar.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, we'll talk about Hocevar what he did on Sunday, but I feel like so far this season, and at this point, and we're talking about the truck race. At this point, the 4 races he had done, I mean, I feel like Hocevar, and if you include the duel, I guess 5. He was like a very different person, kind of a tame person, made smart decisions at the end of the duel, didn't jeopardize his car. I mean, he probably could have won that duel very easily, but I think it's one of those situations where it's like, all right, well, do I start fourth with a really good primary car, or do I take a chance, potentially win, or start 40th with a backup? And I mean, just kind of took a different approach, and I thought he did a really good, made smart decisions in the truck race Saturday. So I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm acting like I don't know what happened yesterday. I mean, it's not the different host of bar, but it was cool for a second to be like, huh, maybe this dude calmed down.
Well, I think he does calm down a little bit in the other series. Remember a couple last year, whatever, he was putting the finger out the window after he won the race. I think a lot of people kind of talked to him about that. I feel like that was like, hey, you were a truck driver 2 years ago. Like, hey, that's not cool, you know. And so maybe in the other series he knows he has to calm down and show like the respect to the guys that are trying to level up and be a cup driver one day. And so that could be the case, but but once he gets on Sunday, he's Carson Hocevar. So I agree with you, Hunter, for sure.
He also said his truck was spitting and sputtering because he was overheating. So
Yeah,
that could be a reason he didn't make a move.
that is a good point.
Let's call it KFB to the 7 car next year.
Hey,
I like
I'm
it.
I'd said that to Cody
You,
after the
you
race.
said it to all of us.
Did I really?
Yeah, before the season, you said you were hearing the little birdie. Or
Uh,
was it? It was either you or Hunter. One of y'all said it.
yeah, I wasn't gonna
It
share
might have been me.
that. I
It might
wasn't
have
gonna
been me
share that
because
online. but because the guy told the guy who I heard it from said that I shouldn't share that in front of people. But I assume that is going to happen eventually. I don't know if it does happen, but the way
I
it
think
looks,
I think Spire is better equipment than RCR right now, anyways.
I agree.
How would you feel, Da, if he went to Spire? I know we're kind of going off a tangent, but like, I feel like this is a
Oh,
great person to ask.
yeah, sure, I'd be really happy with that. You've seen the speed. There's been some races to see McDowell up there, and Hartson's very consistent in his equipment for the most part. You do see him like around the top 15, nearly in the top 10 area. So I would be happy with it, and wouldn't have to deal with the dumb RCR stupid stuff of switching crew chiefs, doing this, that, and not making their cars better after every single year.
Better watch out before Richard takes his watch off.
I dare him to. I dare him to.
All right, well, we can move on to the next race that we had on Saturday. The reason why it had to be short, the O'Reilly Series at Atlanta, Echoes Park Speedway, whatever you want to call it. Um, Obviously, the favorites going into the weekend was Austin Hill, Jesse Love, but they qualified 10th and 20th. I guess they set the car up for more of a handled race car for the draft. Um, and then, lap 3, we're on board with Austin Hill, and the one and only Corey Day decides to be Corey Day.
I love
And,
Corey Day.
and puts it 3 wide. When honestly, I like the move. I just think, like, I agree. I think
mean, it was
Ryan's,
there for a second.
it was there for a second, but you are racing on lap 3 at the tightest super speedway style racing. Like, why go for that? I mean, he's got to learn. I know he's young, and I understand that. But one mistake is okay. Okay, we'll go on to the next mistake in a few minutes. But I think if you're sitting there and you see Ryan Sieg get loose, you know you're eventually going to pass him, right? Because you see his handling is going away. You should sit there. You're not going anywhere, anyways. But that's just my opinion. Um, I don't have much to talk about the O'Reilly race. Did y'all watch it at all?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I thought it
It
was
wasn't
really
much,
good.
honestly.
I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like it wasn't crazy or anything except the finish and whatnot. But I thought it was a really decent race. It was better than I think Daytona was for O'Reilly, and so
Yeah.
I not much to talk about other than the booth. I want to give them a huge shout out before we get to the finish. I think they did a phenomenal job. It is by far a great booth. Like I think Double A is an amazing, um, what's that called? Play by
Play by
play.
play.
Yeah, and I think Jamie Mack and Parker Kligerman is like a really good combo when it comes to like excitement, but not too much information, but enough information. I feel like they give exactly what you need because sometimes Steve Letarte, I like him a lot, but sometimes he overanalyzes everything he talks about, and so for a casual, they're not going to understand that. But I think he's great personally, but I watch it every week, right? So I think they do a really good job, and I hope I don't want them to leave O'Reilly, but I hope they go to a Cub booth one day. I don't know if maybe not all three, but I could see Jamie Mack and Double A going to the Fox booth eventually. I think that would be a really good idea for Fox.
Double A
Uh,
already does all that TNT and Prime.
yeah, I know, but like I think that they need a because Mike Joy's going right. Like there, you can tell the age is there, right? And he's gonna leave within the next 4 years, I would say, if not sooner. They got to find someone that's a good play-by-play that understands the sport.
Not Jamie Little. It is not Jamie Little.
If
She's
they put Jamie Little in the booth, I think that would be the end of Fox. Actually,
she needs
like
to stick on pit road, man.
I'm
She's good on
still
pit
watching
road.
the
She's
races on mute.
well,
No.
I would just literally go to the HBO, watch the in car the whole race.
But
That's
I mean, to your point, I mean AA's call there at the end. I mean, just like the emotion and the energy, like it brought me back a little bit to like Lee Diffie. I mean, I think Lee Diffie is like the goat of
yeah,
Love
broadcasters.
'em.
And Lee Diffie's call of Harrison Burton winning at Daytona, like that was like the type of
yeah,
energy it had, and it was awesome. Like it really was. And I mean, even just for like the casual fan, like I mean, if you just like flipping through the channels and like you stumbled on that race with like a couple laps to go, and that's the call that you heard at the end of the race, like even like I feel like for a casual fan, like that's gonna give you chills. Like there was just so much excitement, so much energy. I mean, and I mean, just kind of the way he played it. I mean, also like the way he called it, like he didn't like necessarily poke fun at Sheldon Creed. Like it wasn't like a he finally does it like or like a this many second places and he's finally. I mean, he like gave him his props and then later on went on to say like the guy who holds the record for most second place finishes before his first win now has his first win. But like he let him have the moment when he
yeah.
crossed the line like in time, and like I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, he gave him his spotlight, and then he
Hmm.
also congratulated him for how hard it is to win a race. Like that's the way
Yeah.
it seemed. It didn't seem like you won 15 or you didn't win at all in 4 years. I agree. That's awesome. I didn't even think of that. Really good point there. That's awesome.
yeah. I
Yeah, it
think
was, it
I
was
think
really
the
cool.
whole. Oh,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. My point wasn't even serious. I'll say it later.
I think they all do a very the booth going back to the booth. They all do a really good job. They bring a ton of excitement. I think their only issue is, but it's not even really an issue because you could see how excited they are and how much it means to them, and they love doing this. Is they really do talk over each other a lot. I've realized that with Parker and Jamie, they talk over each other a lot, but it's like they're so excited. It's like it doesn't even really matter. Like when they do it at like Fox or something, it's Clint and Kevin goofing off or something, or they do it on NBC or something. It's like it's different because it's like they're not that as excited as it sounds with Jamie and Parker. They're just screaming because that's their personalities. Parker has a really great personality. I think Jamie's more laid back, but I think Parker helps bring personality out of him and how they call the races together. They're both super excited, and like I think them talking over each other doesn't even really matter. But that's a slight issue. And then I don't think we talked about it yet. But the end of the race when Double A calling it and seeing that was badass. Like Austin Hill, that save that Austin Hill had was badass, and Adam Alexander screaming and that was so badass. I only saw a clip of it on Instagram or something, but that was insane. Austin Hill saving that car, that's a top save I've ever seen. I hate that guy. And then him again, we haven't gone to the end of the race, but I'll have thoughts about that. Him going at Ross, I think being mad at Ross, I think that's really stupid.
Ironic.
Well,
I think yeah, exactly. That I agree with Dunn. That's crazy. But yeah.
Oh, the irony.
with Ross, can we skip to the end of the race now? Can we
No. We can go ahead. I do want to say something. So Double A, when he was making that last lap call, you heard the voice crack excitement. It wasn't bad. It wasn't
the camera too. The camera was right where it needed to be, in the middle of 3 and 4. And you see Austin Hill down on the apron saving that John at 140, 150. That was an insane. Excuse me. That was awesome. Whoa.
No, I agree. To Hunter's point when he was talking about Lee Diffie, Jeff, your little boy's done it. It was. Yeah, I agree. It was that. It was a bunch of guys screaming together, drinking beer at a bar, having a good time. That's literally what it sounded like. And I think NASCAR needs more of that in the booth. I think we just need more excitement. We get all of the aerodynamics, the engineering side of things. I feel like we present that well, especially with Larry Mack and people like that. But in the booth, it needs to be just a fun group of guys who just understand the sport and who just love it. And I think, so go ahead. We can talk about the finish.
I want to add on to that,
okay.
Sorry, real quick. My bad.
Go ahead. No.
But going with that, why the booth is so great and how they interact, us. We're all younger gentlemen here, and they're young guys. They're younger guys. They know the sport. They're not. Parker just retired 2 seasons ago, and he still drove a race and won last year. Jamie just retired a few years ago. These guys know how the cars handle, and they know they know cars. They know the sport and they know it, and they're young and they're not. They know when too much is too much. With I guess Steve and Larry, those are more just smart guys. I don't want to say nerd guys, but they worked on cars their whole life. They know cars. They didn't necessarily drive the cars in NASCAR essentially. So it's and they're also older guys. I think it's the younger aspect of Jamie and Parker, and I don't even take Adam Alexander as an older guy. He's been around forever, but even he all of them together, they just bring a youth that the sport needs, and they're perfect right now.
Yeah, good stuff.
I absolutely agree. Sorry, Dylan. I feel recently watching me and Dylan, we've been at the same house for watching the Cup race and both Cup races. I mean, and dude, me and him are just super excited, just jumping down, and we're dude, it's going crazy, and that's what it feel like when I'm listening to the broadcast in an O'Reilly series. So it's honestly amazing, like what you said, the young generation having the booth in there, I think is what really helps it a lot, and that's what the O'Reilly series is. I mean, they always said it makes names, so I mean, it's a great series. I think it fits in very well.
It makes names and it makes booths. But we will talk about the finish of the race. We're going to the white flag, Austin Hill. It goes underneath Ross Chastain with a big run, and 3 and 4 coming to the white. He has the lead. Ross Chastain is getting a push from the 0-0, going from 1 and 2 to the backstretch. He's getting a push. He's going to have a huge run. What did I say?
You didn't. It was me in the group chat.
Okay. I thought I just said something funny. That's what.
No, it was me.
And so he's getting a push down the back. He's going to have a huge, massive run. He goes low. Austin Hill tries to block it going into 3. He gets into the back of Austin Hill. He doesn't check up. Austin Hill saves the car. He's on the apron sideways. You see the door number, the fender and everything. And he goes up the racetrack and he still saves it. No other cars wrecked. And then you see the 00 finally gets his due and he wins. I almost forgot his name for a second. My bad. That was bad. What is his name?
If you just saw the chat, you would have said the wrong name.
It's Cody Matherly Jr., man. Like, that is Cody Matherly's doppelganger, Sheldon Creed.
Sheldon Creed. Oh my god. I almost said Cole Custer like 3 times. That's why I had to keep saying 00. Like, I was so used to seeing him in there. But thank you so much. Yes, Cody Matherly won his first race. And now I'm just kidding.
I've said that for years. I've said that for years that Cody and Sheldon Creed are like doppelgangers.
That is a crazy doppelganger. I mean, I don't know if I agree completely, but
No, put the
Take
glasses
that
back
off.
on, Cody,
Take
and
that off.
look in
Yeah,
the
I
group
got him
chat
brought
and
up
look
right
at-
now.
Like, look at that.
That is pretty damn close. That is pretty damn close.
you two and Isabel Russo or whatever, y'all be triplets.
Robusto?
Yeah, Robusto, whatever her name is. That's so funny. Holy cow. I did
Hey,
not
man,
even see that.
Also,
but-
Rajah Caruth, he was bad fast there.
Good job.
Yeah,
Hey,
so was
big
my
shout
goat,
out.
Parker Redsloff, baby. Parker
There you go.
Redsloff P2, baby. Come
Parker.
on.
Parker with a second. Nick Sanchez with a third. Some data boys while we're at it, you know. Yeah, Rajah
Yeah.
looked pretty good from what I saw. He looked pretty good, making good moves and being smart. He finished 8th. Dean Thompson with 11th, you know. Garrett Smithley and Josh Balicki with some top 15s, 14th and 15th respectively. Chad Fincham in 17th. How about that? But it's the type of finishes you get in plate tracks and crap.
Do we want to talk about Sam Mayer destroying his race car?
We don't have to. That's my championship pick.
It's okay. He finished. Don't worry. I mean, he got the
it was
points
after
that
the
he needed.
finish.
And then he just decided, hey, I'll take the road less traveled. So and he just
Yeah.
straight up hit the grass.
I don't want to go in the actual
like
track.
literally his car went, hey.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Mayer and after race activities need to stop.
Yeah, brother, that is funny. Yes, it does.
In the last 4 races, he has messed up some things for himself.
What the heck is
I
he
know
on?
this little topic's passed, but I do want to mention the Corey Day accident for a second.
Yeah.
Top the race. I didn't hate the move from Corey Day. From what I saw, I didn't see the race, but what I heard that it was like a really bad and egregious move. I honestly don't think it was a terrible move. Is that way too early to make the move? Definitely, but like he had a spot there. Gio on the bottom didn't quite give enough room, and then I think Sieg also came off the wall a little bit and helped spin him. But they like I think Sieg said and you guys probably said it. It's just too early to make that move at lap 3. You know, you got plenty of time in later moments and safer moments to make moves in the race. That was definitely not a smart move, but I would say that's the most egregious move from Corey Day. Yeah, just not smart for the time of day in the race it was.
Absolutely. He also, I'm not quite sure. I believe this whole my right front went down later on in the race when he wrecked the leaders as he's battling for the lead. With the
Oh yeah,
one-
like his teammate, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Well-
went on pit road and it was still inflated.
Yeah, I don't know why he. And even after the race, he goes, "Yeah, my right front went down." I was like, "Buddy, no, it didn't. Just
They
say."
actually when he came to pit road, they took it off and put it right back on.
Dude, come on, you can't do that like that. See, just take responsibility. It's fine. Like it's fine. You messed up. That's why you're in O'Reilly. You're in trucks. You're in ARCA, right? Like this is why you develop is so that you can make mistakes. But like, buddy, you can't just be on the bottom and then go, I'm just gonna take the lane and then wreck.
Tire was down, man. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
the 1 and the 7, which they're not teammates. It probably is getting produced by Jared,
Affiliate teammates.
but like it is a hinder car, which that
It is
what,
very.
That's what pisses me off the most is you're a hinder development driver and you're making mistakes. I would expect ARCA drivers to make. You know, like silly stuff like that.
To be fair, that's probably where he should be. I don't know how he's in an O'Reilly ride right now. He just has, even when he did truck races or the select few Riley races he did, like he has not shown a talent at all. I'm so confused how he's in that car. And I just saw over the weekend when I was like looking through it, I was like, oh wow, Hendrick, this is Hendrick Motorsports team car. That's ridiculous to me. People that you could have driving that 17 instead of that guy. Mostly even like part time, you have cup drivers. You want to get some wins or whatever. But I guess they do need a guy to race in cup eventually, maybe.
For sure.
Well, he ain't it.
Yeah, I was about to say you look like you had
Yeah,
something to say.
he's not it.
I agree with everything Damon said. I think I've said it before. Like I don't understand the whole. I mean, I would have probably given up on the Corey Day like development train after last year. I know it was like his like her first real full year, but I mean, you never even really saw like the flashes of potential. There was never like a time where I was like looking at Corey Day and like, man, this dude could make it. Like the only thing I could see him making is a mess, which he did. And I don't understand. I don't think. I don't know. I think the way I look at HMS is, and I'm not even trying to be like funny or like cause anything here. Like I think you have three extremely talented drivers in the Cup Series. You have a fourth who is a good driver. So if you're gonna ever like find somebody to take that seat, like one, they're either gonna have to bring in a ton of money to kind of overcome what Bowman's bringing in for Ally, like with Ally, or two, it's gonna have to be like a homegrown Connor Zilic type of like prospect where at that point, Mr. H is like, you know what, I need him. And I don't think Corey Day is anywhere close to that. I don't think he's. I mean, obviously, I mean, driving the Hendrick car that he is, he doesn't have that sponsor appeal, and he's not that Connor Zilic type prospect. So I don't necessarily know what the ceiling is for him because one, I don't think he has the talent, and two, it's like, well, where do you put him?
For being honest, once that Ally money runs out, the Riley Herbst will be in that 48 for that monster money. He'll be in that 48 for that monster money,
honestly,
baby.
Also by the time like Hendrick finds somebody, I think JRM's in the Cup Series and they don't give Hendrick their drivers.
It depends how many charters they get. If they get two, or if they only get two, then you can still have some of them. But
I really like that prediction there because I agree. I don't think JRM's gonna finally just say, hey, they talked about having more charters eventually, right? With the new OEM, like they're gonna make more charters. I think, obviously Colleague is gonna be the first next OEM. That would just make the most sense when it comes to the Cup Series. They're gonna give out at least 2 to 3, right? So one of them is going to go to JRM. There's no way they don't buy one because they know it's forever, or quote unquote. That's still up in the debate on how that's going to happen. But I think JRM's going to have their own pipeline. Because it won't be just an Allgaier. I don't think that they're going to put him back in the Cup Series. I think it would be a good for the first season to find the driver. So you can kind of see where your car is developed and where you need to grow in the sport for the Cup Series. But I don't see him lasting more than this is a very long, but 10 years in the sport in general. I mean, he's pretty old for today's age in the Cup Series. So I don't know. I agree. I at some point Hendrick is going to be like, or Junior's going to be like, hey, this is my driver.
It's the same thing Denny's doing. He's taking old Joe Gibbs now.
Yeah, it's just the way of the sport, right? Like, and there's little tidbits of Jesse Love going to Legacy if they get the third charter, and there's stuff like that. But when you hear all that stuff, all the big name, eventually the Cup field is going to be really good, right? Like so good that it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of sponsorship to get the top rides. And so I don't see anybody having that for Hendrick Motorsports, especially that Corey Day. I don't
really dig into the 48, baby.
I don't think she's making it past.
Be more talent in that 48 right off rip.
Okay, that's crazy. But I don't see. I agree with all of y'all. What are y'all saying? Is I don't see anybody having enough sponsorship and or talent to be in the 48 after since Carson Hocevar has that deal with Spire. Um,
I don't know. I think
What if Heim
Raja
leaves
could.
Toyota?
Yeah, I was gonna say the only one that like really kind of has like maybe, and like I think I said this in our like preseason thing was Raja, and I mean he has
yeah,
had two very impressive performances so far. I think was he second in points right now
yeah,
in
absolutely.
O'Reilly.
Yep.
Um, but I mean he and we kind of talked about it on that one episode where
Yep.
like Ally could potentially really
Yeah,
just go for him as like a
absolutely.
potential driver sponsor. Um, I'm I don't think he's gonna have a great week this week at Coda. Um, but once we get to the ovals, I'll be really excited to see what he can do in that equipment.
Yeah,
Um, and if he can, be fairly competitive, maybe even win a race or two this season in that equipment, then maybe that's the driver that we're talking about. But I think Raj would probably be the only one that I would even kind of maybe even have start to have the conversation about Corey Day if he's in that conversation. I mean, at that point,
Small
I
conversation.
love Mr. H, but it might be time to hand over ownership to someone else because he does not belong anywhere. I mean, he doesn't belong in the O'Reilly series. I think he still belongs in ARCA, and he needs to go there and just develop. Because, I mean, I genuinely believe that he's terrible, and that's just that's not me just being a hater like I hate on Riley Herbst. I don't think he's good.
yeah.
I think also, what if again? I feel like we talk about this every week with the 48, just because like it is probably the biggest like
What
hot
if?
seat or
Yeah,
the for the season. But what if Heim leaves Toyota? I mean, if they don't have a spot to put him next season, I wouldn't doubt if he goes and ventures somewhere else if he can get out of a deal and try to
Corey
get
Himes getting that fourth
in Hendrick.
2311 car. That's what's gonna happen.
I
The
don't think there's
fourth or
going to
third?
be. I don't think there's going to be a fourth. I think Riley Herbst is gone at
Yeah,
the end of this
Herbst has to
season.
be out. They're not. There's no way they can have four.
well, they
I've
can't
heard some
have.
things.
Well, there can't be a fourth charter anymore. Like
Well,
the only people that gets a fourth charter is Hendrick and Joe Gibbs. That's because they were grandfathered into it. But
Penske
one,
doesn't get one if they want one.
no.
Did Penske ever have four? I thought it was RFK that had four.
Roush, yeah,
RFK had
Roush had
5.
four, yeah.
But yeah, so
Roush
they
had 5 at one time.
yeah. But like for the new charter deal, it's 3 max per team. So Riley, I don't know what's gonna happen with that ride because
Legacy, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, but there's a lot of Jesse Love questions for him for that area, because no one RCR is not looking to develop Jesse Love. I mean, from what I've heard, um, and Jimmy Johnson really likes him is what I heard. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to that soon. Hopefully, we'll hear some silly season mid-April to June, and we'll kind of see where everything stacks up. But we do want to move on to the Cup race.
Oh,
Go
can I add
ahead.
on to
Yes, please.
yeah? As a Legacy Motor Club fan myself, Jesse Love or Corey Heim, great, great two options.
I think if they pick up
I
Corey
think
Heim, that team is going to be really good eventually.
I agree. I think that's probably their best option, but it all depends on if Riley Herbst, keeps bringing in more money with Monster, and that's all it depends on. Even though he might suck and finish last every race, unless he gets lucky at Daytona like he did, and then still wreck the field. But I think if they had to choose between those two, really choose Corey Heim because I mean it'd make the team even better. He's a great development driver. He can still develop until Hamlin retires realistically. So I mean, well, actually, wait, never mind because Joe Gibbs. So never mind, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So, but I think Legacy would get better as years go on anyway, and they have been already. So I mean, Korheim going there wouldn't be a bad option. I feel like I'd
I
like it
just I
myself, even though I don't like him.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, I think it's at a point now where like if Toyota doesn't give Heim a cup ride within the next year, like you're really gonna have to. I think Corey Heim's gonna have to make that personal decision. Like, all right,
Yeah,
like
I want to
I'm
see it
going
so bad.
Toyota.
I
I mean,
want to see it
dude,
so
me
bad.
me personally too, because I mean I don't really like Toyota. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I
especially
ain't
after
gonna
the
forgive
news
Japan for
today.
Pearl Harbor.
After the news from today, dude, I want to see I want to see Toyota fumble him so bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll get into that news later, but completely agree. They might fumble the bag.
I hope they fumble both.
I don't know if they'll fumble that one just because of
It would be
who
hard
his
to.
family is. Yeah. But who watched the Cup race? Who I know, Hunter, you watched the last bit. Um, does
I
anybody
watched
Yeah.
the second
I
half.
think like everybody.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. So.
DA, DJ, or DD? Y'all can start off talking about the Cup race, please.
DA,
I
get me
pers-
started, man. DA,
Remember?
DA, you've been quiet, man. You get involved here. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I know.
Depressed.
National champ.
Let him
Yeah,
have
right.
stage 1. He doesn't want to talk about stage 2.
Yeah,
I don't
stage 2 didn't
either.
exist. That was a simulation. But stage 1, it, it was like just getting everything settled in together. Like it's been a couple days removed, so there's some times I don't really remember what happened in stage 1. But
8 day
know that-
removed.
Huh?
A day removed. But anyway, go on.
Oh yeah, I know. I have a memory of a goldfish sometimes with that, but I know stage 1 that they were getting all settled together, other things like that. It became racy at the end of stage 1. Really exciting, dude. I can't really think of anything else, bro. I am a fraud right now.
I can take over for you, DA. We got you second stage. You can talk about Kyle Busch and all that. But yeah,
Oh,
first
thanks,
stage
man.
it was Reddick and Logano. They basically started on the front row and they were swapping the lead for the most parts. It was the first like comers were really the Fords. I think Blaney started towards the back. Cindric started 30th. And they both the Fords were making their way up. I knew Josh Berry was also heavies were up there too, but the Fords looked really good to start. They all looked really good. I forget if this happened in stage 1 or stage 2. I'm just gonna say it. I know Josh Berry looked really good, but eventually he was chilling on the 10th to 12th area, and he and Ty Gibbs got into an accident.
Those two.
Too. Well, anyway, yeah, they I don't totally remember like how they got in that situation, but I think they were like 3 wide somehow, and Barry didn't totally move, or no, Gibbs tried to like cut down to like the middle to more make it like 3 wide. Didn't know he was already 3 wide, I think partially, and then Barry had to hold the middle, and Gibbs spun up into the wall, and then coming back down, Gibbs ended up collecting Barry in that one, which hurt me a little bit. But I thought Barry looked pretty good. But yeah, stage 1 it just ran out, and yeah, Cindric came from 30th and ended up winning the stage, which was pretty impressive in stage 1. But really calm stage 1 compared to what happened in stage 2 and 3.
I mean, you got
Was stage 1 when Hocevar had his issues too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hocevar did. Yeah, he had a flat tire. He was slowing down. He just started slowing down like all of a sudden, and he missed pit road the first time, and then made it the second time. And him missing it the first time, which made him go down 2 laps. And when he got back to him, or they got back to him the lap in the second time, it was like around 15 or 16 to go. I really thought he was racing him, and I'm trying to only go 1 down. If he went 1 down, he was the only car a lap down. He was gonna get both laps back just like that. He got 3 pass in, would have been in front of him. But I saw with like 5 to 6 laps to go. I don't know if maybe his crew chief told him or somebody told him. I saw him slowing again on somebody's in car
because
in the back of the field.
his rear window came out. That's why.
I was assuming he had another tire down, or he was just getting out of the way and be like, we'll just get these laps back later. So he eventually just got out of the way and had to fight for his laps back later.
DJ, do you want to talk about the next part of the race?
Do I want to talk about?
Yeah. I feel like you should talk about it because I know you have one of the most different outlooks about the crash. So go ahead.
I think KB stage 2 for KB was first.
Yeah, I think we should.
Let DA take that one
on
first.
stage 2. I'll
Oh,
finish it off.
Yeah, so still stage 2. Kyle Busch gets loose from the air and behind a driver. He has to let up, and then I can't remember who was it hit him. I think it was
Noah
Gregson.
Gregson.
Yeah, Gregson.
Gregson.
He goes flying to the inside wall, smashes the inside wall. My heart is broken. Day is ruined, and it was just sad days after that until I see a 5 car go spinning
Okay.
into the turn 4.
Focus,
You're
goddamn.
You got
phone-
great quality,
They
Dunboy.
all focus. It's a
Pull
NASCAR app. That's not good.
that Bowman incident later. You can pull that up later.
Yeah. Back to that Kyle Busch incident for just a second. Kyle, I think also said in his interview he was going for that hole that was there, which was a tight hole. He got there, but he got a little loose, and he was okay, child, and he got a little loose and was expecting Gregson to lift, and then he wasn't happy with Gregson. He said basically like, if you see a car, he was just help me get back up to speed and all that. But when you see a car loose, you're supposed to, not just plow. And he's like, oh, kids these days. I didn't agree with that interview at all from Kyle.
Which is a
I
crazy
think.
quote coming from Kyle Busch.
Yeah, facts. And I also thought it was like he was going for a tight hole when he was like he forced it up. He got loose because he was forcing it up there sooner than anybody else, and he got loose. Like, and I don't think it's I can't say this right now. He got loose and like expecting Gregson to like slow down and all that.
Yeah.
I just like being mad at Gregson for you filling a hole you probably shouldn't have been. Like I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I don't think it was Gregson's fault. I thought it was him. I'm done talking about that now.
When he wrecked, he was in a pretty good position too. He was pretty
Yeah, I
solid,
think I
like
know where
around
you're
like
going with
like
No, he was-
13th.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh,
3 out of 10, dog.
I don't think that's a crazy statement from KB. I think if you'd have said that 5 years ago, I'd have been like,
Yeah.
I mean, KB.
I,
But I mean, I think
I
KB's
remember a
calmed down.
Chicagoland race.
I think he's calmed down so much, and I mean, I guess I kind of see it. Like I think Kyle Busch at Joe Gibbs would have done the same thing that Noah did, but I think Kyle now. I think he would have get like if the roles were reversed. I think he would have given Noah the space to kind of gather it.
yeah.
I also think that that's just a product of being a veteran and being like having the wisdom, and where Noah's a younger aggressive driver, and I don't know. I mean, I see both sides of it. I mean, the wreck itself is on. It's on KB more, in my opinion, just because I don't necessarily think that hole was like it was there, but it wasn't. I mean, it's kind of like something we'll talk about later. Like the hole was there, but it wasn't. And it was just an aggressive move by Noah to try and just kind of get that spot. I mean, it racing incident, if anything. But if I had to go anywhere, I'd say 51 KB, 49 Noah. But I don't necessarily hate the comment. I think. I mean, you saw what like we talked about earlier with Hocevar, how KB has been really tough on him at times, and I think you also see that that's kind of changed Hocevar's outlook on Kyle and like made Hocevar respect him a little bit. And I don't know. I think it was a racing incident. I don't hate the comment. I understand, heat of the moment, but I think a lot of things could have been done differently. But just it's racing. It happened.
I completely agree personally. I mean, I just think it's what's going on with this like shift in like how you race with these new cars and just generation difference. Because back in the day, you would be more careful because I mean, stage racing wasn't a thing back in like the early 2010s and stuff like that. So you had to be really careful not to destroy your car, stuff like that. I'd say it's more shifts because these newer drivers are more aggressive. There's more take than there has been in these past like 10 years. So I would say it's just a generation difference now.
KB would have seen that 29 in front of him back in the day. He wouldn't have lifted.
Yeah, well, yeah. He would not
Hey, vice versa, buddy. Vice versa.
Yeah, if he would have said the 29, he would have went low, actually. Probably. He coming out the corner. No, but and then we head to DJ.
Uh,
Oh boy.
yeah. So I was already upset at this point because Kyle Busch was my win pick. So I was already upset at that. And then I think it was the 3 good Hendrick cars were at the front. It was Chase, Byron, Larson. Kind of controlling it with Reddick and Bubba. Bubba was up there all day. They were kind of going at it all stage, and then come to the white flag and the stage. Larson's leading, Byron behind them. I'm thinking, heck yeah, good stage points for Larson and Byron. 1-2 here. Byron shoots low. I'm like, all right, we're going to hold on to third or second, because Reddick's right there. We're going to 3. Larson thought only Reddick was there. SVG shot the gap. 5 car goes down. Doesn't know SVG's there. Round goes to 5 car. I thought about killing myself.
Again.
Are we allowed to say that?
Thought about the tree again.
Out of the tree.
So,
who ended up winning the stage? Bubba won it?
yeah, Bubba,
Yeah,
Bubba won it.
This is what I
Based
wanted
off
to
when the
talk
yellow
about.
came out.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the one part of the race that I actually was really confused on. I understand they called the yellow, and that's when the moment of caution, but like calling the yellow right there is a. I get it. I know why they called the yellow because Larson was turning back into the field, right? Like that's why they called the yellow so everyone can slow down. But the top 10 already passed. It wasn't like they couldn't erase the top 10 to the line and then like as well as called the yellow. I guess I get it. I feel like Byron should have won that stage personally. I think he I don't know. I don't think that calling that yellow right there and making them be the moment of caution as they're 10 feet away from the line is 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 okay. I don't know. I think that was just a questionable call. But I get it. I understand. They saw the 5 car turning into the field, so they're like, "Oh, let's throw the yellow so everyone can slow down." Well, everyone's already going to slow down anyways. Like because of where he was spinning, everyone behind him was slowing down already. Nobody was trying to gain position from that. But you're trying to protect race car drivers themselves. I get it. I get it. But I just think it's a questionable call. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I was confused because before they cut the commercial like right after the stage ended or whatever too. So I was like confused going into the commercial. Not really confused. I was like, oh, okay, Byron won that stage. He beat him to the line and all that. And then when we come back, they're like, oh, well, that didn't happen. They called the caution. Bubba won it. I don't disagree with it. I think if it's at the end of the race, I think that'd be a lot different calling caution 100 feet from the line for the win of the race. I don't totally mind it for the stage. I mean, I guess I get it. I didn't really think about it in like that sort of way. Like, yeah, like what's the point? Most cars already passed him. The cars he's wrecking like back up like 15th and back basically. Like they know the slope already. They ain't winning nothing. Uh, yeah, if it was at the end of the race, I would be a lot more mad. But yeah,
They've done that before though.
yeah. Well, they didn't this time. Well, they didn't have to, I guess. But yeah,
They did it last year. Called it like
yeah, it would
coming out
have
of
been another
4.
3 wide finish.
Yeah.
I think the way I view it, and I think honestly, I think 2 years ago I would be pissed that they threw the caution, but I've talked to you a lot about this, Dylan. Like I'm like a big fan of DBC and Freddie Kraft. Listening to him, he has changed my outlook a lot on cautions because I mean, as a spotter, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to like the rules and everything about how the caution flag is a safety flag. It's not an entertainment flag. It's not. So I mean, I think at that point, seeing that the five could have came back into the field, I was all for throwing the caution. I think it's ironic that talking about Freddie Kraft and his driver won the stage because of it. But I mean, I also agree with Damon in that aspect that like as a race fan, I think if that was for the race win and they threw a caution, I would be fuming. I would be so pissed. But at the same time, if they did, I would also, after I calm down, look at it and be like, well, I mean, it's a safety flag. Sometimes NASCAR likes to use it as an entertainment flag, but it's not. And I think in the, if you look at it clear minded, it was the right call, but also wouldn't have minded seeing them race to the line as a fan.
Am I the only one that cannot hear?
I can't hear him.
I couldn't hear him either.
Sorry, I muted my mic. Uh,
He looked so
no,
passionate. I was like, wait, what is going on?
yeah, so I don't mind them calling the caution. I really don't. I think it was fine. The only thing I just wish can there be a rule where like the people in front of the caution like continue to like go to the line if it's on the front stretch? Like I don't know. I just feel like that was just an easy way to. This is gonna sound really bad, but I feel like we just gave Bubba the win at that point on that stage. I know it only means 1 point now, right? So it's not a big deal, right? It's not a, but like 1 point in the chase, and let's say it's the same situation, that can mean a lot, right? And so I don't know. I just feel like at some point they have to make a safety call, which I'm glad they did, right? Like I don't disagree with the call of them throwing the caution. I just think the people in front of it and how many cars already passed to me, throwing the caution and then saying, "Oh, this is where we landed on," because it's not in a normal lap. It's not where the caution is. It's where the last scoring loop, correct? And that's not a white flag. So it should have been the last scoring loop, not the moment of caution. That's another thing that they got wrong. It should have been out of turn 4. Whoever was the leader out of turn 4, that should have been the stage winner, right? It shouldn't have been, oh, the moment of caution, because that is not the same as a white flag by any means. So I just feel like they just didn't. They need to clear that up a little bit because that's, to me, it was confusing as a fan. But just imagine if you were. Imagine if you just turned on the race and you're like, "Oh, Bubba Wallace won the stage. Oh, the 24 beat him to the line." Like, what? That would just be so confusing to see if you just turn on the race. So, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal.
Another thing that happened in stage 2, our group favorite driver here, Riley Herbst, caused a little accident. It looked like he just totally took out Austin Dillon and took out HB's pick and Ricky. Whoa, Ricky. Sorry. Yeah, that was talent. I think that's the part of I fell asleep for like 10 minutes or something. Of course, I missed that, but yeah, when I saw replays, it looked like Riley just fucking straight up the track into him and caused an accident, which is talent right there.
I didn't get to watch the beginning part of the race, obviously. What was up with Ricky? I mean, I know he started third, right? Was he not fast at all this week? I mean, he had to be.
He was up there.
He just,
he was around top 10. Yeah, I think he was around the top 10.
Is that what?
back from third
Riley was still up there?
Well,
Yeah,
around
it
like
was
at that point, I think it was around like 18th or so. Maybe Ricky fell back a little bit, but
yeah, Ricky just kept on slowly going backwards and backwards.
Yeah, it wasn't like he like dropped to the back or anything. Did they pit maybe after the KFB crash? Because because
they
I
may
think
have.
people towards the back.
Yeah, I believe he pitted and took 4 tires after that wreck.
And regrets his life decisions now.
Because he was up there with Chase in the 24, and Larson and Chastain. He was up there. He was not racing in the back.
Okay.
So I don't know why he was back there, but maybe it just was he lost track position on that lane, just didn't work out for him. But either way, it wasn't like he was back there. No, it was around 15th. That's where it wrecked. So like Riley and Austin Dillon, I think, didn't take 4 tires on the caution, or everyone took 4. Like the people pitted and they didn't. But we are at 8:00, so we're an hour in. So we need to really lock in at the end of this race. Not to hurry everything up, but we'll end it with, or we'll talk about William Byron before we go to the green white checkered. What started the green white checkered? He hit the wall, and I don't know if something was broke before he hit the wall. What was it like?
Well, you're forgetting.
I think so.
Logano, thinking he has talent in even years.
Well, Fox.
I thought
Fox
that was
never talked about it.
No, Logano caused the wreck in the middle of the stage, which he got tight into Hamlin and basically hit Hamlin. When he lifted a little bit, he was in front of Hamlin, but Hamlin hit him, I guess, and hit the wall. And that took out, we thought, Reddick, and then took Hamlin out of contention. That's where Zilich didn't brake hard enough and hit Bowman.
Yeah.
Good moment.
Well, I'm talking about the end of the race, like the last.
No, I know, but I was just saying, like, I feel like that was kind of important.
Joey did get spun towards the end of the race by Hocevar, but that was more on Joey.
Yeah,
I think.
But Byron,
But no, I was gonna say. So Fox didn't talk about it, but if you like watching the race, Byron did make contact with, I believe, Cindric like 3 laps before this happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was going into 1, and you could see the smoke. And then a couple laps later, it was. I mean, I'm assuming the tire went down, and then I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't want to say. I normally like the SMT data is out at this point, where like it's like did he hook a left? It's still not out, which that kind of sketches me out a little bit. But like, there's like part of me that was like, did he just intentionally go down and hit Cindric, or
Yeah,
did like was something broken and he just couldn't control it?
I agree. So yeah, I knew that he had contact with Cindric 3 laps before that because they actually ended up showing the replay 3 laps before after he had the incident, but they just didn't show it live. But what is confusing, I don't think that was his brain. If it is, that's awesome. Like in a sense of like how you can think like that, and you see the 2 card, and you're like, oh, turn. I
Good luck,
I
everybody else.
yeah, like
That's what now.
to
Larson
me,
stage 2.
yeah, to me, I think that was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I that was so stupid. I hope something was broke because
It
if
looks like he was falling back to get out the way, and then all of a sudden he just turned left. Honestly,
yeah, he
I just
just
It was
rewatched it
Kevin
like 5
LePage
times.
esque.
yeah, it was the one of the dumbest things I've ever seen William Byron do. Like actually, like I thought, and my dad, Cody can even talk about this. Our dad was like, "What the hell?" Like he was thinking William didn't do anything wrong, and I was like, "What do you mean?" Oh yeah, no. He said thanks, and I was like, "Who are you thinking? Like what the hell? That was all him." I was confused why he said that, but I was like, I'm gonna let him be because he's mad. I get it. I said, uh, but dude, I don't know why you just go all the way down on the backstretch when you have 2 lines going passing you. That was just stay in the middle. Like I don't know what you're doing there, and that caused us to have a green white checkered when honestly it was going to be a really great finish if we don't have a caution.
It
I think it
absolutely
would have
was.
been. I think it was going to be awesome, but then we have a caution and we set it up a green white checkered. You have the 23, the leader, the 22nd, host
And
of
a
our
hurricane
third.
came through.
Yeah, host of our third, and then Reddick fourth at the choose. Bubba took the inside, the 20 took the outside, the 77 took the outside, and of course Reddick was below and took with his teammate. And then we can start off with the restart. Done, boy.
Hey man, the hole was there.
The hole was not there.
It
I'm gonna.
was,
There's no way.
and then
That's
it
not.
closed last second.
There was never a full car length.
That,
Like
that
there
there
was
was
never.
When he was turning down, he was never not touching Christopher Bell, whether it
Yeah,
was
but Bell
the back
moved
of
up.
him
Bell
or the
shouldn't have
right.
moved up at all. Man.
The right. Well, he shouldn't have put it in a hole that wasn't fully there. But Hocevar was touching him the
Sometimes
entire
you just gotta
time he
shove it
was
in, bro.
sliding down.
I don't know. I think you if you push Bell though right there, that's an automatic pass down the back because the inside lane was not connected, and his spotter's got to be telling him that, right? Like they're not connected. They're not connected. If you go for that 3 wide move, you're only just slowing down the outside lane and yourself, in my opinion, right? Now,
Yeah.
if the only thing that it would work if you were in the center of the corner and you go and you have the momentum, right? But like there is no sense of momentum at that low of speed unless you get continuously getting pushed. And I don't think that's going to happen. And the inside lane is going to connect it eventually, right? So I don't know. I just think that
I
was a
will
dumb
say, I
move.
also do think he only went for it because the way Ross hit him, it did shoot him to the left a little bit, and at that point, it's like, oh shit, Ross is on my outside. Maybe I don't go high and fuck him up.
I think the only reason he did it is because he knew he had Ross pushing, and Ross hit him at like the perfect time. And he's like, "Oh, I see a hole here. I'm gonna go for this hole." But yeah, like Dylan was saying, Bubba and Reddick did not choreograph that. When I was watching it live, I was like, "Damn, they did not choreograph that restart good at all." Because Reddick wasn't even on him. Chastain was closer, or Hocevar was closer to Bell than Reddick was to Bubba. So yeah, if he would have, like, I understand it, but like again, like you said, Dylan, if he tries to push him and you clear on the backstretch, then you could shoot low. And if even Ross gets clear, then you have your help, and you're in the middle of the Toyotas now, so it could be between you and Ross potentially.
Yeah, I just think that mindset of, and this is the racecraft he doesn't understand yet, right? He's not up front in a sense of these end of these races. He's got to get used to like making those decisions. But like, man, that was a stupid move. That there's no hole. If there was a hole, it was like for a millisecond. Like it
Yeah,
That,
yeah, he did.
but
he posted that.
Brad, that was more of a hole than that was, in my opinion.
That's
Yeah,
also
Brad's there.
they're
Brad
also
is there.
mid chase during that photo, so like you kind of have to go for it.
I mean, I still don't think that's a hole, like in a sense, but like I don't know. I just feel like that was way worse. And people and if Bell's mad, I get it. Trust me. I know he didn't want to say anything after the race, because he just
He needs to start throwing some punches.
Yeah, the one thing that sucks about these younger guys, man, they don't want to fight, man. They don't want
Noah
to put
Gregson.
on some prime TV.
I mean, we saw it last year
He'll
at
throw
Coda.
some hands. So if we can get Noah to the front of the pack with Carson, Long Neck and Gregson going at it, I'm telling you,
that would be a fun fight, actually.
that would be dope. Gregson just hitting the head would be impressive, but
Just Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that would just be. That's such a great.
I mean, we kind of already.
I mean,
example.
knocking absolutely no sense into each
I mean,
other.
I mean, we kind of already had that with Chastain and Noah before. Dumb and Dumber. I mean, at Kansas that
That
one
was
year.
hilarious.
That was something.
Man, that was. Anyways, so that kind of talks about Hocevar. Obviously, Tyler Reddick. We get to the next green white checkered after Bell Rex. You had the two Toyotas on the bottom, the two Chevys up top, but the 77 and the 1. Tyler Reddick gives Bubba a really good push. He's clear of the outside lane. He goes to blocked on the back, coming to the white. Carson shoves it in the middle. Bubba goes to the back. Oh, well, around 8th after he shoves it in the middle because he didn't block clean enough. He blocked too high. And then, of course, the 45, the 19, and the 77 just kind of have all the momentum while the whole pack is kind of backed up there. And then the 19 pushes the Toyota, which he should, or take it 3 wide. You know, that's a questionable call. But he pushes Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick goes on and wins the race. There was no other momentum after that point to gain back to the 45. So Tyler Reddick won back-to-back weeks for the first 2 weeks of 2026. Congrats to his team, even though I'm not happy about it.
You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
Ross complained about not being pushed last year by Hocevar, and now he doesn't push Hocevar.
But like, how could he? He wasn't even there.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like unless he spun the tires or something, I don't know.
But
What do you mean? He was pushing Ross or pushing Hocevar off the start. He got disconnected when
because of
Hocevar went through the middle.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because
I'll
like
have to
It's not
rewatch
a
it.
maybe. That's what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
he had to lift, or he was going to wreck himself and the 23.
yeah, because coming to the white, you had the whole pack back here,
That
and
would've
then
been
you
cool.
had the 3 cars up here. And if I was the 19, I know he explained on Twitter why he didn't make the move because he didn't think he was going to clear both of them, and he wanted to
I
make
don't
sure.
think he needed to.
But I don't think he needed. I think he was going to have the momentum.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I don't mean to jump the gun, but this
No,
is my driver.
go ahead,
so I like
please,
to,
go.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking at it, like he was coming out of 4, and like he didn't, like you said, he didn't have the biggest run, but man, all he needed. I get it. He pushed to Yoda. He wanted to make sure Yoda won. Team first kind of guy. Whatever. I like it. I don't care about yourself, buddy. But yeah, he had the bottom open. I mean, Reddick kind of was looking to block, but he really didn't. And then he pushed him, and like I get it. And like Briscoe in his post race said, I didn't have enough momentum to get to him, and he's like, I wish I could have made 3 wide. I didn't have enough momentum. The one thing their car didn't have evidently all day was enough straightaway speed. But like if he just makes it 3 wide and gets to his left rear, I mean, he's got it. Like I think he'll clear going into 1 and 2. Like he has the more momentum. He's gonna side draft a little bit, and then going in the only time Reddick would be able to side draft is like going into 1, and like that's just not really gonna work there. It just really doesn't work at Atlanta. Like he would have been able to clear him, and then he probably would have had to fend off Reddick on the back stretch or whatever. But yeah, I really wish he would have made that move. I get it what he said, but he definitely should have just made it 3 wide. But I get it. He wanted to make sure Yoda won, and he thought he didn't have enough big enough run. But yeah, that was upsetting. The chases just can't get it done this year, man.
It's also still early in the season. No need to risk it.
Yeah, but you never know when you're gonna need. That's 15 points right there. You know, you never know when you're gonna need 15 points. And yeah. Oh well.
20,
That sucked.
20, isn't it?
20, yeah.
35. 50. Oh, 20. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 20 points. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that just sucks. Whatever. Good job, Reddick, though. Him driving a modified probably helped him a little bit there. Having no fender probably definitely made him. I feel like the car had to be lighter, and he was definitely a little bit faster. Which and then he said it was really free, but I mean Tyler Reddick can drive a loose race car. He already does. So
Yeah, it's pretty
whatever.
good.
That's why I feel like nobody could get a run on him. I mean, even Briscoe backed up to Chastain. Chastain really wasn't there, but like even the air couldn't even push him forward. Reddick he was sailing out front. Good for Reddick though. Whatever. See if he makes it 3 in a row.
Yeah, congratulations to the 45 2311 Toyota for winning the Cup race 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna go on for the news. I'm just gonna read these off really fast, just real quick, and then we'll get into the points update. I know that we have a cool thing to do during that as well, and then we go into our picks. Sound good? Colin,
Sure.
Yeah.
Colin Brown is back for the Truck Series at St. Pete. I realized that my autocorrect turned it to Brown and not Braun. That's super funny. And then last week, the Daytona 500 got 7.478 million views. It peaked at the last 5 laps of the race with 9.4 million. And then Fox will have side-by-side commercials during green flag racing for this year. So the only full screen commercials you'll have will be during the yellow or stage breaks or whatever it may be. And then Jimmy Johnson, it is confirmed, right? I didn't look anything up,
Yeah,
but
I think so. I saw
It
I
is.
looked it up and it looks like it from what I can
He
see.
said it on the grid walk.
Oh, really? Jimmy Johnson will be the crew chief for the Dario Franchitti's truck at St. Pete as well. He is trying to do everything before his NASCAR career is over with. He's an owner. He's about to be a crew chief. He's a 7-time champion. Any thoughts?
I have a question, Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan, do you have like last year's Daytona 500 views or no?
I don't
As a
have it, but
comparison?
I do know what it is. It was 6.4 because it was rain delayed. So it was an increase, but it's not an exact increase. The only race that it is similar to was 2022, and it was a 7.9 million viewers on average. That was the only
That's
race
the
that
first next gen era, so that's probably why.
yes. So we only lost 500,000 views from 2022, but I don't think necessarily. They said that they probably lost 500,000 viewers on average because it moved up an hour. So they think it would have been equal if it was at 2:30.
I would like to touch on. Sorry, I know we talked about the CW booth, and then I want to bring up the Fox booth real quick. Honestly, I think besides Fox broadcast and all that too, real quick. I think outside of stage one, where me and Dylan Allen, we were bitching hard about this in stage one. They literally having I get it side by side. You still see the action, but they're having a commercial literally every 10 laps. Like I'd say more than half that stage was side by side, like at least 25 laps. It was a 60 lap stage, at least 25 laps were side by side, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. But I did not dislike the booth this week. I thought Clint was pretty good. I know Clint says stupid stuff. He says people's names wrong, and Clint. But like, I thought they were pretty good. And the thing that was most happy with during the broadcast is at the end of the race when they had that red flag. They only went to one commercial, and that was right after the wreck before you could see that the red flag was at the whole red flag. They actually they went over the wreck again. They talked about did Byron have a tire go down here? That he had contact with Cindric? Did he have a tire go down? And then they talked to Hocevar, and then they brought up other insightful things instead of just the goofy stuff that Fox usually does. They actually had I wouldn't say important things, but they were talking about the race. They were bringing up different things. I thought that was a really good part. I don't know how long that red flag was. I mean, that whole caution red flag was 20 or so minutes, but I was really impressed with Fox there. The call at the finish, I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember too much on top of my head right now, but I'd say that was also pretty solid. I feel like I don't think that was terrible. Definitely, yeah. Outside of all the stage one commercials, I think stage two, the commercials were a lot less. Stage three was a lot better. I think they did a lot better. And now Fox going, I don't know if you said it already, but I think you did. Fox doing all side by side commercials for the rest of the year under green. That is fantastic, even if the broadcast sucks. Yeah, I don't judge the Fox broadcasts too hard until it turns to FS1 because I always feel like the Fox broadcast, at least like the quality, and I guess they still did goofy things last year, but like I don't pay attention to like the quality that much when it on Fox. It really depends to me how the quality and all that is on FS1. I feel like then they just stop caring.
Yeah, I feel like because they're just gaining all money anyways because it's subscription based. Um, so they don't care. They're still going to get the viewers of what they want. Um, they know that they're going to watch. Agree to you there. All good points and opinions. We will go to the point standing if we you okay to move on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, though, we
I want to
didn't
add on real quick.
manage. Let Cody say what he's got to say first.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I bet like the broadcasting, like the first stage, I wasn't watching it, but obviously I've seen like y'all's chats and everything. Um, One thing I realized from when they do go to commercial, every like 10 laps or whatever, it's like when it's not necessarily boring, but like when it's the same thing over and over again, they're too wide the whole time. And then after a while, like, I feel like they don't know what to say because like one or two laps before they go in like commercial, like they sound like nervous and they kind of just like are a little bit more quiet than usual. And I feel like that's when they go to commercial because they feel like they don't know what else to say, so they're trying to like go off of that so they can just go commercial and then come back.
I
So
feel
I
like
mean,
they
like, I feel like
also
that's a good thing.
I feel like they also
Go
do it.
ahead.
This is definitely not the reason, but this is just personal opinion here. I feel like they also do it for like they're making this feel like a retirement home for Mike Joy. They don't want the old dog getting too tired too quick. Like okay, he needs some rest or something. Let's go to a commercial or something. That's probably just me being stupid, but like that's I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, is Mike Joy tired? Like, does he need a breath of fresh air or something?
Well,
Like,
well, so like Cody, you're saying that they get nervous and they kind of stutter or stop talking or whatever it may be. It's because they're in their ear saying we're going to side by side a minute 30, a minute, 30 seconds, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2. And so they're always in their ear talking. And so sometimes they're over analyzing. So, like, if you hear yourself talk, you kind of like, you slow down a little bit or you hesitate. That's why. Um, so anytime with 2 laps to go before the caution comes, or not caution, before the side by side or commercial, that's why you hear Mike Joy talk a lot, because he understands what's the next play. Um, so good good point.
I
Uh,
don't think we brought up the news that happened today. I don't know how important it is, but
oh
Keelan Harvick.
yes, good point. I
Go ahead.
almost forgot that.
Kevin
Thank you.
Harvick, man.
Well, we said, I'll say, yeah. Yeah, it's Keelan Harvick signed a deal with Toyota Racing Development for future endeavors or whatever. That's very interesting. Oh God, he's 13 at the moment. Yeah, 13. So I think there's like a rule, or I don't know if it's a law, but a rule or something like that, that once he turns 18, if he wants, he can break the contract since he signed it as a minor. So he's there for probably at least 4 to 5 years, which is cool. I mean, what, in 3, 4 years we'll be seeing potentially
Truck
Keelan
races.
in truck races. Yeah, that'd be super dope. I think that's cool. Me personally, I mean, I hate that he's in a Yoda. Wish he would have signed with Ford Performance or something, but I think that's a cool opportunity. I mean, he seems like he's whooping butt, whatever he's doing. I always see him winning stuff, so it's cool for him. And
He's really good.
hopefully, he's being his daddy. So uh, maybe he'll potentially be okay, potentially be a NASCAR guy instead of F1. Because I remember when he was younger, Kevin did say that he was he wanted to venture more into F1 rather than NASCAR. But maybe
Yep.
this means NASCAR. So that's good for NASCAR. Hopefully, I mean, you'll have a Harvick back in there soon. Take Corey Day's ride. Come on now.
I think all that means is Chevy gets Owen or Brexton.
I think
Are
he
they?
does. I think he will
Owen's a
get
little
Brexton
bit.
for sure.
Yeah, Brexton's younger, right? Yeah.
I think Brexton and Keelan are about the same talent and age as well. Like they're both doing other types of vehicles all the time. I know
Yeah.
Keelan's now more in the late model stock, but they're both really good. Like it, there's not a week that one of them's winning. So it it's it's really exciting. And the future of the sport is really good.
Be cool to see see a Harvick and a Bush again once Kyle retires, which
I
could be
agree.
soon. Maybe he'll just wait. Kyle. This is why I always remember Kyle a few years ago said before he wants to retire, he wants to do a full-time truck season so he could win truck championship.
Yep.
I think he should definitely do that. That'd be cool. I think that time could be sooner than later.
I just don't see the talent in Brexton Bush personally. I think Keelan Harvick clears him. I don't.
I feel like
I
What?
don't think Brexton Bush has it.
Brex mainly does dirt, I feel like. So they do two totally different things. So that's two. I think Brex he's learning a little bit slower potentially than Keelan. I feel like Keelan right off rip he had it. Like he's got talent. Brexton, I think not that he was like forced into this, but like it's taking him longer to get warmed up and
Well,
be competitive and great and all that.
so Kyle Busch actually talked about this. I know I'm gonna say this really quick before we move on. Kyle Busch talked about why Brexton is um, why he chose the route that he did, and so Brexton doesn't stay in a vehicle for more than a year, so he can learn all different types of vehicles, and so his his knowledge of a vehicle to how to car control is going to be more like Kyle Larson. Um, so a lot of the things that you see Brexton does is a lot of the things that Kyle Larson did as a child. And so he's really good. I disagree with you, DJ, because he's winning something every week. Even if it's in a different car, different series, or whatever it may be. Um, I don't follow him, but I follow Samantha Bush on a lot of things, and she retweets everything he does, and he's he's got it. I think it's just going to take a little bit longer for stock car because he's been doing other things. I think Keelan's going to have the edge on the stock car side of it when they get to the trucks, O'Reilly and Cup. But when it comes to the skill of the vehicle, I think they both are there.
Imagine we got a Keelan versus Brexton rivalry, like we got a Kyle versus Kevin rivalry. Oh my
I could
god,
see.
dude. I'm gonna act like a child again in 10 to 15 years when that happens, dude. I'm gonna be screaming at my TV like, punch that guy in the freaking face, Keelan. Like that would be awesome. I feel like both of them with the dads that they got, at least more on the Harvick side. Bush was a little rough on the edges coming up, but I feel like I guess Kevin was too. But Kevin, I feel like respectful towards a car, so I think Keelan will have that. I think Brexton will be more driven to win.
For sure. We will move on to the point standings. The Craftsman Truck Series. Chandler Smith is still your leader over Gio Ruggiero, 28
Bro.
points. I won't get into a lot of these. I just want to say the top three. And third is Ben Rhodes at minus 35. And then your O'Reilly series, Austin Hill is still your points leader. 22 points over Raja Karuth. And 24 points over Sheldon Creed with that win.
You said you
Actually,
want to do top three, but fifth
Jesse.
place right now.
Yeah.
Fifth
Parker.
place. Parker Retzlaff is ahead of Justin Allgaier right now in the points. I know we're 2 races in and it's been 2 super speedways, but this is the best ride, the best equipment Parker's been in. This man's making the chase.
I think
can see
also
it.
for the trucks, Butterbean is 6th so far in the
Yeah.
trucks. I mean,
That's good.
I haven't really heard much of him in the races, but 6th in the points, not bad.
Yeah, he's been around the 10th, 11th through 16th place every race, and so I think if he does that, he'll definitely make the truck chase. So, and then we are going to the Cup Series. The top 5 in points is Tyler Reddick, of course, with a 40-point lead already over Bubba Wallace, his teammate. 44 points over Chase Elliott, 51 points over Carson Hocevar, and rounding out the top 5 is Zane Smith at 54 points. Some notables, you have Daniel Suarez in 7th, Noah Gregson in 12th. I know a lot of people picked Ryan Priest to make the chase in our predictions. He's in 14th. Ty Dillon's in 17th. That's a pretty crazy thing. And SVG is already up to 16th. I think that is. We were nervous for these type of races, but if he's already 16th and with You know,
He
Coda.
showed some speed. I'm not gonna lie.
That's going to be good. Now, some notables that are in the negative side of things. Kyle Larson's in 21st
Don't
after the.
say it.
He's in 21st minus 83 points. Kyle Busch is in 24th minus 89 points.
Under Riley Herbst.
Under Riley Herbst.
Who's
But
in the Ty Dillon, brother? Shut up.
Well, you are too.
uh,
Well, we don't talk about that part though.
That's not part of the joke, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin minus 93. And then your two there's three that you really want to that you're nervous about. That's 31st, 32nd, and 33rd in points, all over minus 100. With Ty Gibbs and 33rd, Alex Bowman is in 32nd minus 107, and then Christopher Bell minus 100.
Like Connor Zilic also is dead last in points. Did BJ race yesterday? But either way, he's 36 with only 14 points.
Yep.
I want to make a bold prediction real quick. I don't know how long he's going to be doing this. If he does it for another 5 years, SVG will be a Cup champion. If he races for another 5 years, I'm saying SVG is going to be a champion. He is so talented.
I gotta.
Write it down. Write it down. Give me all
Write it
$100 when I
down.
win it.
Get the
But
receipt, bro.
he's got so much talent, and I know it's been 2 races on ovals, but like he was so fast at Atlanta. Get off that Gordon head, dude. You're pissing me off. But he was so fast at Atlanta. I felt bad when he got caught up in Kyle Larson's, clear low
Hey.
extravaganza.
He still
because
finished 8th.
okay, I guess that's good. But he was going to get 3rd or something like that. He got
No, he
points,
finished 8th in the race. Like,
oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
6th. Anyway, yeah, I don't know where he finished in the stage, so he lost that amount of points that he would have gotten or whatever. But he's more talented than like any guy that's ever crossed over. He's more talented, in my opinion, than Juan Pablo. He's more talented than Marcus Ambrose, more talented than AJ Allmendinger. He's gonna get these ovals down just because like I feel like he has so much talent, and he's gonna, if he's doing this, he's gonna be he wants to be the best at it. Like I feel like I see that in him. And the road courses, he's already pretty damn good at. Eventually, they'll catch up to him, but I think by then, hopefully, he'll be really good at the oval. So, if Trackhouse sticks with him, of course, if he loses his ride and then he's racing for freaking front row, which I guess that's not the worst, but if he's racing for, I don't know, a bum team, Rick Ware Racing, like he's obviously not winning anything, but if he does this for he's 36 already. That's why I'm saying, like, if he doesn't do this for more than like 5 years or around 5 years and more, I don't know if that'll happen, but 5 years or so, if he does this for 5 more years, he will win a championship. I'm booking it.
And then, am I good to ask my question? I'll make this quick since we're already an hour and a half in, and we have stuff to do at 9 o'clock. So I talked to Dylan earlier about this, and I wanted to ask you all this question. Being that it's only 2 races in, Christopher Bell is 100 points out of first place. Do we think it is too early to say that he is officially eliminated from the regular season championship contention?
Oh,
I don't think so.
No.
Regular
From
season.
the regular
yes.
season,
For
I
the
100%
championship
think
of it, yes.
I 100% think that Christopher Bell has 0 chance to win the regular season championship at this point, being 100 points behind Tyler Reddick. I mean, 100 points is not easy to make up. I mean, yeah,
No,
Tyler
but
Reddick could
Bell-
also have 2 bad weeks, but I mean, at that point, you have to Tyler Reddick won both of those races, so I mean, 100 points
essentially
is
gotta
going to
win
be
2 in a
extremely
row.
hard. It's going to be extremely hard to make up, and I think he has 0 chance to win the regular season championship.
Bell's one of those guys though. He can just break off 3 wins out of nowhere.
Yeah, if not Reddick, Bell wins 2 out of 3 races or something, and Reddick has a bad race in just one of them. He's back in it. I mean, he may be 100 points behind Reddick, but he's only 60 behind Bubba, and then he's only less than 50 behind 4th. So, like, if Reddick has one bad day, that basically gets everybody back in it. And I think if Bell is the type of driver, like Dunn said, that he could win 2 out of 3 races, he could win 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5 or something and get him right back in it. Like, Reddick has that point lead because he's been winning. Like, he's gotten some good stage points too, but he's been winning. So if somebody can rack up 2-3 wins, mostly early in the season, maybe Bell can win in a couple weeks. He's won at Phoenix, obviously won at Coda. He's not bad at Vegas. He can rack off a win there or a couple wins. Like, he'll be right back in it, I think, in my opinion.
I think 100 points is not doable, and here's why. I don't think you're gonna need to win 5 races to catch up 100 points on the rest of the field. you're not just catching Reddick, right? So it's only 60 points, but like you got to think other drivers are going to win as well, and you the three guys that are in the top of the standings have been the most consistent guys in the last 3 years, already, and they're already in the top of the standings. Um, but I might even say Kyle Larson is 83 back, and that's stretching it. I don't know if I even see Kyle Larson doing it with 83 points. Like you have to win at least, in my opinion, whatever you're back, you have to win that many number of races. So like he's 83, he has to win 4 races. In my opinion, I don't think you're gonna just go out and get 83 points on the guys that are already in the lead.
Kyle Larson,
Bell
man,
lost 30 points with that wreck. If he would have finished the race, let's say he could finish as 5th, he'd be 11th in points right now. He'd be 70. So are we saying, like, you're saying 83 is a lot back for Larson? So like a guy like Ryan Blaney, like he's 60 back. Like
Yeah, that's not
40
bad.
points from Reddick. Like I too early. I just don't think we've seen enough like how this points new point format shapes up and all that. I think the one thing I will say, I think it's a lot cooler, like how like point totals are like a lot different now, and it's a lot more widespread, and I feel like it's been closer in previous years. I think adding more points like this has been so far pretty good for like wins and the stage points you get.
I just can't wait to see other people win, and what does that do for them?
Yeah,
in points,
exactly. I think that's the one thing also for us we haven't seen.
Yeah,
When we
That.
get
see
to
how
that
it closes
off week,
up.
that off week's going to be the week.
Yeah, I agree. So you talking about Easter week is going to be
Mhm.
like where you're going to tell where everybody's at.
April 5th, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Christopher Bell wins the regular season from that. So who said that he could? All right, I just
I
want to know.
think he could,
I
but
think
I
he
don't
could.
think he will.
Yeah,
I think
I
he
go with
could.
Dunn.
So 3 of you said could, 4 of us said no.
I
Right?
don't think he
5
can
of
do it.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeff
Or
agrees
don't
with me.
count. This isn't the chase. We're not adding him for no reason.
This is the chase.
Dang.
This literally is the chase.
actually, yeah.
Hey, make it 6. My Jeff agrees too.
So
Make it
at the
7.
regular season, okay? Let's do where Chase Elliott is. Okay? If he isn't where Chase Elliott is, like in 3rd in points by the regular season, then obviously the people that said no were wrong. But if he doesn't get at least to there, then you guys
So he needs to be top 3. You're saying?
top 3, yes, because obviously anything can happen when it comes to the regular season, but the shot
I
at a
think-
regular season.
Yeah, we're just saying in contention for it.
I think at any point, if he gets back in top 5, top 3 in the points, I think the people that said yes are right because he got back up there.
Yeah,
And unless he's still like 80 points out of first.
That's okay. Then yes, that's fair.
yeah.
But if he's like
if 3rd is 80 points out of first,
Yeah,
I think the win number needs to. I think 2nd place needs to go up more points than just 35. Does that make sense? I think they need to adjust that.
At least 1 week he needs to be like really close to the leader, at least whether that's 5 weeks from now, 15 weeks from now.
I'd say all the way up to Daytona, he has to still be in a plausible way or a
I don't think so
reasonable
because
way
he
to
if he
win
already
the
worked his way
regular
back into
season.
contention, like from this point,
Yeah,
like new things will happen.
Yeah.
Like you're saying he's eliminated right now, but like if he's in 5 weeks, let's say he's 15 points back to the leader, he's back in contention for it. Like he still has a chance to win
2
it.
massive wrecks changes everything at any racetrack.
Alrighty. Well, we are moving to our picks. We have about 10 minutes, so we are going to do these really fast. I'm going to share the image of what our point standing is. Obviously,
Nice to see you on the board, Dylan.
yes, thank you. I got 9 points. Hashtag go Chase. But so we are going to obviously go from whoever's in 7th will get the first pick, and whoever in 1st will get the 7th pick. We will do a win pick for our trucks, O'Reilly, and then we will do a suck, good run, and a cup win pick. We will start off with the truck race. It is at the
Dylan,
what?
I have a question before we start these picks real quick.
Okay.
Are we supporting Bowman
What do you
like
mean?
in this picture? like on where it says point standing at the top,
Oh,
like
is
to
it
the left of it, or
like
just
the
one building?
gay? Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
Wow.
No,
Oh
I
boy.
just I didn't want to use the NASCAR logo because that would have been copyrighted. So I just did some colors in
This is me, Cody, and Dylan right now. Oh shit.
Can't see it, bro.
That's so funny. There is I'm sorry, the truck race is at St. Petersburg. It's the first time the truck has ever been there. It is 80 lap race, 144 miles. It is on it's actually on Big Fox. Wow. Um, Saturday, February 28th at 12 p.m. So DJ, who is the truck winner?
My truck winner, he finished. Unironically, he finished third in every single truck road course race last year. It is Gio
You're wrong.
Ruggiero.
Gio Ruggiero.
I think this guy gets the win and finally turns his season around. It's Lane Riggs.
I was between those two.
I think Tyler Ankrum wins this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I like that.
I get my first pick. Oh man, I think because it's a new road course, it's a street course, and is it a street course, right?
Yeah.
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 I
That's
think
cool.
I think you're gonna want some road course experience. I think Colin Braun, whatever his name
I
is.
was gonna pick him, and
wins.
then I saw Tyler Ankrum look pretty good at road courses last year, so I'll give you that one.
Cody.
From what I've seen from last year, I feel like Caden Honeycomb's pretty decent at road courses, so we're gonna go Caden Honeycomb.
Nice.
Levin truck was really good at road courses last year.
I am trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to choose between two drivers right now, but I think I'll just go ahead and want to choose Ty Majeski to win this race.
That's a good.
I like it. I like it.
You
Good
know,
pick.
Dale Jr. 1-0 as a crew chief. Jimmy Johnson will be too. Dario Franchetti.
Fran, what?
Franchitti?
Whatever the hell it is.
I love it.
Fettuccine, baby.
That's an IndyCar champion. That's some damn respect.
I'll watch IndyCar.
You should.
Versus Indy 500.
Good. It's
Yeah.
good.
IndyCar is great.
It's a good sport.
IndyCar.
It's better than
NASCAR
F1.
grader.
And who is going to win the O'Reilly race? It is on the CW, of course. It is at 3 p.m. Saturday, February 28th. It is at the Circuit of the Americas, 65 laps, 156 miles. DJ, who is your win pick?
I'm gonna take Connor Zilich, and
Wow.
with that being said, I just I think he's better than the guy that I'm assuming is about to go next in these kind of cars.
I completely disagree. I think SVG will outclass him tomorrow. I think with Zilich not having experience, or I'm not experience, but repetition in this car like he did every week last year, I think you'll see SVG outduel him.
I think you're both wrong. I think William Sawalich wins his first race next year.
William Sandwich.
Next year.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Back this week, my bad.
Well, I can't pick my first two picks, obviously, but Brett Cruz, he did really good in
I like that.
Coda. I'm not Coda. I'm sorry. The Charlotte Roval and the truck race until they had a late race caution, and so I think he's gonna win.
This guy was up at the front of, I think, every road course except for one. He was also battling with Conzo's last year until he made contact with him. Carson Quapple.
A bad pick. I'm pretty sure Ross Chastain's racing in this race again, right?
Yep.
He is.
Oh, I chose him last week. I'll choose him again. Give me Ross Chastain because y'all basically took my first 3 picks.
I'm a pulling out of left field here, and we're gonna go Brandon Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Brandon Jones.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
2026 O'Reilly champion.
Not Kansas.
Oh, you said what? What track?
But this isn't Kansas.
Kansas Dick in your mouth. All right. So sorry.
Damn.
That's all right, bro.
Damn, you're getting wrecked tonight, homie.
I
You're
know.
getting wrecked
It's
tonight.
fine. It's fine.
No help going to that 9 car or 48.
The Cup Series is on Big Fox again at the Circuit of the Americas, March 1st, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 95 laps, 228 miles. Who is going to suck, DJ?
Simply off of a hate watch because I hate seeing him do good. Tyler Reddick.
Okay.
No statistics to it. I hate seeing him win.
It's
I feel like this guy, when he came in to, especially like the Cup Series, was known as a guy good at road courses. But I think Austin Cindric has a really bad run on Sunday.
Solid, good suck pick.
I think Eric Jones is going to suck this weekend.
Dang.
Pain.
My suck pick is Denny
Pain.
Hamlin. He had an average of 27th place speed on all the road courses last year.
didn't he win the pole here last year?
That good, Chad?
No,
Oh,
No,
no,
he won.
Tyler
He won.
Reddick and Bubba were front row.
It was he won the pole at a Watkins Glen race.
Mm.
I'm gonna go Cole Custer because why not?
Wow.
Not my most improved, man.
Honestly, it's like the one track I think he could do good. Road courses. Can't do nothing on the ovals.
Well, it's really funny because Dylan actually did take my pick. My bad one was Denny Hamlin because he's not known as a great road course racer, especially at Coda. Even mentioned the average finish, that was the exact reason why I chose him to be my bad run. So Denny Hamlin will be my bad run for this week.
That is perfect.
My suck run will be Josh Berry.
Ouch.
Sorry, damn it.
Oh, that's fair. It's valid.
And who is going to have a good run, aka I don't know why I said AK.
Freeway?
This guy is really solid at road courses. In the O'Reilly series, he pretty much dominated at him. That's where he got his first win. I got Ty Gibbs having a good run this week.
My good run is a guy who, in his interview last night, seemed like he had no confidence, but like I just mentioned, he qualified on the front row here last year. I think Bubba Wallace has a good run at Coda.
I like that.
My good run has one of his 2 career victories on road courses. Michael McDowell will have a good run.
My good run is Todd Gillen. I think the 34 car knows how to set up a road course vehicle.
Obviously not doesn't know how to set up one at Atlanta. Anyway,
That's not a
I
He
think
seems a
Dylan will
little
like this
upset.
one, or DA as I should say. I think Kyle Busch has a good run.
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For my good run, pretty sure this driver finished like in the top 10 last race at Coda. Give me Noah Gragson have a good run this week.
I think this team's gonna keep improving. Give me JHN for my good run.
And who is going to win the Cup race at Coda? DJ?
We're taking a big name here. First one of the year. This guy has finished second and first in the last 2 races. I'm taking Christopher Bell.
Big
I
name
know
off the board.
I know I have my pick of the litter here, but I don't know why. I just have this crazy feeling that the winless streak gets broken. He had a ton of success here the last couple years. Kyle Busch wins on Sunday.
Yes. I love the pick.
Yes.
This driver will start the season with 3 straight wins. Tyler Reddick will win at Coda.
Wow. Okay.
Someone was gonna do it.
Someone got to do.
I don't know. So I don't want. I'm going to pick him early. Who cares? I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to pick him again.